Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is infectious diseases. And before we get into any lessons, my dear grade 3s, we need to sanitize. Remember, if you do not have sanitizer, you can always use soap and water. Just make sure that you wash your hands for 30 seconds. For today's lesson, we will be talking about vocabulary, sight words, diphthongs, and numbers. For our first lesson for today, boys and girls, I'd like you to please turn to page 3. On page 3, we have some vocabulary words and we have some sight words. Remember, vocabulary words are words that we are going to be using, so we need to know them in order to improve our English. And then sight words are words that we always see. Now, we are going to start with the vocabulary words. Please repeat after me. Hygiene, clean, exercises, sick, infectious, symptoms, sneezing, coughing, treat. So now that we have read our words, we are going to say what each word means so that you'll be able to use them for the rest of the week. Now, when we talk about the word hygiene, we're talking about the conditions of health that help to prevent any diseases. We usually practice good hygiene through cleanliness. We can use the word hygiene in the sentence, I bought some new hygiene wipes for my nose. The next word is the word clean. Now, the word clean is the opposite of dirty. We can use the word clean in a sentence that says, I like my clean bedroom. The next word that we have is the word exercises. Now, these are activities with physical effort that help us to keep fit. We can use the word exercises in the sentence, I like to do exercises when I go for PE. The next word that we have is the word sick. The word sick is a state of not feeling well. We can use the word sick in a sentence that says, Mrs. Botha was sick this afternoon. The next word that we have is the word infectious. The word infectious is when a disease that has the ability of spreading is passed on from one person to another. We can make a sentence that says, coronavirus is an infectious disease. The next one that we have is the word symptoms. The word symptoms is when the body shows physical illness or physical signs of not being well. We can use this word symptoms in the sentence. The symptoms of a flu is a runny nose, coughing, and sweating. The next word that we have in our vocabulary is the word sneezing. The act of sneezing happens when a nose is irritated, and so the nostrils try to push out any irritations by forcing air out through the nose. We can make a sentence with the word sneezing by saying, the poor boy was sneezing all the way to the bus. The next word that we have in our vocabulary is the word coughing. The word coughing, or the act of coughing, is when a sudden sharp push of air comes through the throat and out through the mouth. We can make a sentence with the word coughing by saying, the young girl was coughing after she was not allowed to drink the juice. Then the last word that we're going to use for our vocabulary today is the word treat. Now there are two definitions for the word treat, but we are going to use this one. The word treat is to give medical care for an injury or an illness. We can use the word treat in a sentence that says, if you do not treat your wound, it will become very badly infected. So these have been our vocabulary words. Let's read them again, and then we can move on to our sight words. We have hygiene, clean, exercises, sick, infectious, symptoms, sneezing, coughing, treat. Well done, grade 3s. Now let's read our sight words. Remember, our sight words are words we always see and use in sentences. But this time it's good to know them so that when we make our sentences, we'll be able to put them in their correct senses. We have the word wash, before, sleep, same. I'd like you to please try and use your vocabulary words and your sight words this week. You can use them when making sentences or when you're speaking to someone. Just make sure that you use them correctly as well. Now that we are done reading, let us please go to the next page, page 4. On page 4, we are going to be doing diphthongs. Now, diphthongs are when we have two vowels that show up in the same word. In this case, the vowels that we have are O and E. Let us read the little clouds that we can see. We'll start with the cloud that says slope, slope, nose, rope, hose, robe, rose, corn, home, hope, stone, wrote, whole, bone, joke, pole. So these are our words. It is going to be your job, grade 3s, to find any of the 3 words and make sentences of your own. Please use words that you already know the meaning of, like the word nose, for example. When you're making your sentences, Please try to start with a capital letter and end with a full stop or an exclamation mark. Be careful with how you write your words and also how the sentence makes sense. So take your time with this one, make beautiful sentences, and I will see you soon after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
For our exercise now, boys and girls, let's all turn to page 5. On page 5, we are going to complete the 100 chart. Now, I'm sure you've been doing this when you were grade 2, but we're going to practice it because now there are more numbers missing. I'm going to do only a few with you and the rest you will do by yourself. So let's take a look at the board. So the numbers that we're going to do are not that many. We're going to start with the ones on top. And we're going to count, and as we are counting grade 3s, I want you to fill the boxes in. So we're going to take our time a little bit and make sure that you're following with us. Get your pencil or your pen if you're using a pen, and let us begin. 1, 2. The number missing is 3. The next number missing is 4. 5, 6, the next number missing is 7, and the next number missing is 8. If there are any more numbers missing in that row, you are going to fill in by yourself. Let's go to the next row. We only have 13, so we need to count forward. So in front of 13, we have the numbers 12. And in front of 12, we have the number 11. Now we can continue counting forward. We are going to say 11, 12, 13. The number missing after 13 is 14. After 14, we have 15. And then we have 16. If there are any more numbers missing in that row, you are going to fill them in by yourself. Let's go to the next row. We have 21, 22, then the number after 22 is 23. So we're going to write 23. After the number 23, we have 24. Let us continue counting. 25, 26, and now after the number 26, we have the number 27. And then after that, we have the number 28. If there are any more numbers missing in that row, it is your job to fill them in by yourself. Let's go to the next row. The next row we have is, there are 2 numbers missing before, so we look at the number that we have. In this case, the number we have is 33. So the number before 33 is the one we're looking for, and that one is 32. And the number before 32 will be 31. So now we can count going forward. 31, 32, 33, 34. The number after 34 is 35. After 35, we have 36. Then we have 37, and after the number 37, we have 38. So the rest of the missing numbers, my dear friends, you're going to do by yourselves. If you find that the numbers in front are the ones that are missing, instead of counting going forward, I'd like you to please count going backwards. Now that you're done with that, let's now move on to the bottom page. of the page. Your job is going to find out what comes next. Now, if you are going to do number 37 and the second from last, number 99, I'd like to show you how it's done. So we are going to be looking for these two numbers. Now we know that this is the number in the middle. So we want to find the number before 37, which means we are counting going backwards. Now if we're counting going backwards, we are the number 37, and then we are looking for the one that is behind us. The one behind this number is going to be 38. Then, now that we have 38, 37, we can now write this number, the one that is in front. Now the one in front will be 36. There is another easy way for you to remember which numbers must come before or after. In this case, you have 7. We know that before 7 is the number 6. And we already have our tens, 3. So we can say 36. And the same for the one behind. We know that after 7 comes 8. And then our tens does not change, it is 3. So it's 38. Now let's try the second from last one. We have the number 99. So the number we're going to start looking for first is the one in front of 99. And because we have a 9 here, we want to look for the one before it. So it is 8. In this case, our tens does not change. So we are going to take our 9 and write it. Now we have 89, 98, 99, and because this is a hundreds chart, we know that after 99 is our number 100. So remember, when you're doing this one, you need to first check which number or which unit is there so that you'll be able to find the other unit behind and the other unit in front. So behind and in front also can mean before and after. Let's now take a look at the other side of that exercise. We have a box, and in each box there needs to be a number. So the box says box is 1 more than 79. Today we're going to do the one that says 88. So let's take a look at the board. We have our box already and we want to find one more. Now when we talk about more, we are talking about the one that is going to be jumping in front. So more means going forward, and then less means going backwards. So more means going forward, and then less means going backwards. So if we have more, that means we are jumping forward, which also means that how many are we jumping? Only 1. Our number in this case is 88. So we need to just jump 1 to the next number, and the next number is 89. Now it says 81, 89 is 1 more than 88. So remember all the little rules I've told you today, boys and girls. Take your time with all the exercises, count and make sure it's correct before you move on to the next one. And I will see you soon after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. we distribute countrywide in over 7 different languages.
We have now come to the end of our lesson, boys and girls, and I really hope you had so much fun. Remember, if you're not sure what to do or you forgot what to do, you can always ask an adult for help, but just make sure that you finish all your work by yourself. So now that we are done, it is very important for us to finish by sanitizing. So please take your sanitizer. Remember, when we are sanitizing, we are trying to maintain our good hygiene. So sanitize as regularly as possible. Now that we are done, I want to have some fun with Sashi, but I don't know where he is today. Sashi? Sashi? Oh! Hello, Sashi. How are you? So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today, grade 3s, and goodbye!
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.